Sergeant Rupert, good afternoon. My name is Cadet Carter Hyam. I am the squad leader for Squad 2nd Platoon Bravo Company. This is my route plan briefing in which I will take you from my patrol base or start point to the ORP as our objective. The general direction of this route is on a grid azimuth of 128 degrees and a magnetic azimuth of 136 degrees for approximately 3.4 kilometers. Due to the time constraints placed on this brief, instead of covering each leg of my route, I plan to focus on a number of more significant checkpoints and their legs and describe why they were chosen using MET-TC and an analysis of fields of fire, enemy avenues of approach, any key terrain obstacles, as well as corresponding cover and concealment. This route plan was drawn up with my squad, 1st Squad 2nd Platoon Bravo Company, is first in the order of march, so we are expected to be the security element for an assault that will occur upon reaching the ORP and approach the objective with caution. Moving from the start point, which is the patrol base, to checkpoint 1, we'll be starting on a grid azimuth of 157 degrees and magnetic azimuth of 165 degrees for approximately 230 meters. The movement technique will be traveling in a squad column fire team wedge. We will be proceeding with caution, but confident that the cover and concealment provided by the thick vegetation present during the warmer southern summer months. Additionally, for the remainder of this briefing, I will refer to each azimuth using a grid azimuth, assuming that you would have to adjust or add the GM angle of 8 degrees to the grid azimuth in order to define the magnetic azimuth. As my squad moves from checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2, we will be handrailing this river, staying up against this hill here, in a traveling movement technique, but we will transition to a squad file to accommodate the dense vegetation and the sloped terrain on either side. The LDA between checkpoints 1 and 2 poses a risk, but this location was chosen because of the curve in the road, which provides the best protection from enemy avenues of approach each way. Each LDA throughout this route plan will be conducted in accordance with the taxonomy. Moving from checkpoints 3 to 4 here, the squad will move into a traveling overwatch technique in a squad column fire team wedge on nearly the same azimuth as these two previous legs, and to accommodate for open terrain as we get closer to this major roadway here just beyond checkpoint 4. From checkpoint 4 down to checkpoint 8, the squad will be traveling with no change in the movement formation, so squad column fire team wedge, using contouring to maneuver along this mountain here, staying away from this major roadway because intelligence has informed us of possible enemy activity along the roads. Although we are still far from the objective, it's better to proceed with caution. The squad will be crossing 2 rivers at higher elevation during these legs, so despite the snow melt and increase of the water volume, as intelligence reported, the rivers should not pose any significant obstacle to our movement. The leg from checkpoint 8 to checkpoint 9 involves another LDA moving on an azimuth of 129 degrees for approximately 215 meters. It will be across in accordance with the taxonomy. From checkpoints 9 through 12, so this is a bigger leg, the squad will be moving to traveling overwatch technique while maintaining the squad column fire team wedge along a general azimuth of about 150 degrees, moving towards the ORP. As LDAs become more common in this area and as the vegetation opens up more and we draw closer in proximity to the objective, possible enemy contact is greater, so traveling overwatch is necessary. From checkpoints 12 through 15 down here, the vegetation obviously becomes much more opened up and we're much more exposed up on top of these hills here. So bounding overwatch, the squad will move to a bounding overwatch technique as there's very little vegetation. Like I said, key terrain such as this hilltop here is vital to secure and clear because it overlooks the tentative ORP here and the kill zone. And then approaching from checkpoint 15 to the ORP at an azimuth of approximately 58 degrees for roughly 200 meters with no change in movement technique or formation was chosen. So this approach was chosen it was best because with an enemy squad expected to approach from the north up here, The hillside, as well as like the dense vegetation approaching the ORP, provides cover and concealment in order to prevent the enemy from spotting our approach. This concludes my route plan brief. Thank you for listening.